Video I'm going to be discussing well-established protocol in electronics, a volt injector. Where is it used and why is it really used? How do you use it? Okay, basically due to on any instrument, digital multimeter, in order to be able to measure the resistance, you put it to ohms, etc. and so on, or voltage. But wherever you do, and even when I do on my Fluke 179, which is a top-notch sort of Fluke, when you actually join it, okay, you will always measure 0.1, 0.2 or whatever, and the resistance will, and the numbers will vary. The reason why, because of the contact resistance, the resistance of the actual copper wire used in the test leads. So how do you precisely measure? You know, how do you establish, say, for example, on this particular circuit, say on this connector over here, where is the negative? Where is the ground? Is this thing grounded? Is this component grounded? Or is that component shorting? Is it a direct short? And so on. Very easy, okay. But as I say, but very well established sort of protocol we use is called the volt injector unit, okay. What is a volt injector? It's a specific sort of voltage that is delivered at a specific sort of current limiting, with a current limiting sort of facility. So by using and injecting the voltage into the circuitry on tracks or components to see if they're shorting, you will not damage the components. Of course, with this way, it will not show you how many ohms is that particular, say, connection, on the track, or if there is a short, or even if you measure resistor. It does not measure resistance, but it shows you a minimum sort of value, because a direct short to a voltage source would mean 0. So it shows you the closest, what you would call it, sort of path, or should I say the lowest resistance path. Now if you look at it, okay, right now I'm measuring 4,6 something, whatever, okay. Okay, let me go into the voltage DC, sorry, 3,7 something, okay. Watch now when I connect it up, it shows me 0 because I'm shorting the actual. So it's not, I'm eliminating the resistance introduced by contact resistance, by the leads and so on. So basically when we try to trace the sort of tracks or whatever, we look for the lowest possible display on the instrument. Now I'll give you an idea. I've got a 1 ohm resistor stuck over here. Read, should I say, look at it on and read on the Fluke what it displays. Okay, it displays 0,056, somewhere around there. Okay, and that is a 1 ohm resistor. Okay, now in other words, that's not really the resistance. That is the actual voltage that it's actually reading, because I'm in a DC mode type of thing. But now, because it's a current limited, it doesn't matter that the shorted out, it cannot damage the the volt injector unit, because it's a specialized unit. It's current limited, so you can make a direct shot. Now let's look at it. Say for example, I want to find out, is this, you can see over here, let me just, you can see it's like a separate sort of shielding put over here, separate square here, separate square over here. Now, is this square grounded with this one here? Let's look at it and let's see. Okay, look at it there, 0,02, and that would be anywhere in 20 milliohm range when you actually, with a well-established sort of calculations and protocol. So that is definitely the same connection. Let's try it over here. Does it? Okay. Okay, let me just, sorry, I gotta make a good connection. Yeah, that is Well, in milliohms it measures, which means that is the shortest part, and that is definitely the actual ground, well, joined together. 1, 2, 3, all of them are joined. Now I want to find out on this connector where the battery sort of gets connected, where is the negative? I have no idea. So what I do is, and I want to see where it is. Now I start from here. Can you see 0.634? Definitely not. That's already in like ohms, because remember this one is 0.056, okay? And right now we're measuring 0.634. So I go next one, and I'm looking for a lowest resistance, lowest reading, should I say, which is the lowest resistance, because lowest resistance will give you close to a direct shot and bring the voltage down, and it will be displayed. Now let's look at it over here. 3, no, that definitely not. Let's look at it over there. Aha, you can see the lowest reading. You can see even from here, yeah. So this point here is definitely my negative. Now if I go across components, okay, which I will not damage or anything like that. If I put it over there, I want to see this particular device, whatever it is. I have no idea what it is, but I just want to see if it's shorting. It's not shorting because it's showing me very big number. If it's shorting, it would show me something like this, 0, because it would short out the voltage delivered across from the voltage injector with the current limitation. So that is the basic principle of the voltage injector that we actually use for tracing shorts on the circuit boards, tracing, wiring where it's connected, some component where it's connected to ground or ground missing or whatever the case may be. Let me just try over here and let's just see. This is for a SIM card. Let me just see if it's going to be also grounded, this top. Let's look at it there. Aha, definitely grounded. Okay, and this is also, as we said, that was the ground. Let's just see here. You can see it. Aha, definitely this particular point is grounded. But if I use an ordinary ohm meter, it might measure anything, 1 ohm, whatever, due to a poor contact resistance plus the resistance or whatever. And to use it, very simple, straightforward. Basically, it's a simple jig that I made. Just plug in, and here it is. Here is the unit, it's off, and my instrument is ready. Now I can measure voltage or whatever I want. So that's basically the application of the volt injector that we use in the electronic industry. And it helps a heck of a lot because with 100% certainty you can establish where the component is shorting in a jiffy. Yeah, on that note, I hope I showed the basic concept and it's understandable the way I explain. If any sort of further info required, please don't hesitate and contact me. Come to the shop and I will explain gladly. Yeah, on that note, till the next video. Thank you for watching Batos Volt Injector Tracing Method.